I have the feeling there's enough horsepower in this room when it comes to creative messaging, when it comes to branding, when it comes to telling stories, to make all the difference in this fight, which is going to be resolved in the next 4, or maybe, if we're lucky, 8 weeks. I'm not asking you to spend the rest of your life on this. It'd be nice. I'm not asking you to behave as though everything you actually care about, that brings you here tonight, that has you talking and working and trying to do things with each other for the rest of your life. I'm asking you to give me the next 8 weeks to help tell this particular story, to help engage the American people in what may determine whether the war I see coming actually makes it here, I mean here, or any place else in the world. Whether it's this Sharia business, which I believe is an unbelievably toxic threat, or whether it's, you know, the Chinese imperialists, or whether it's just some grab bag thing like an Iranian plot to go blow up parts of Washington. I'm asking you to get involved in trying to prevent that from happening to us and a lot of other people that we care about. And here's the proposition. If together we could figure out a way to offset the story that is now basically with us everywhere you turn, that we got this terrible fiscal problem, and we do. And we got a deficit that's out of control, and we do. And we've got an administration that's putting the damn ox in the ditch, and we do. And help us broaden the lens here so that we all understand that it's a bigger problem than that. The stakes are infinitely higher. And for those of you who in particular come to this, as I know a number of you do, from that Tea Party perspective, you come to this because you love the Constitution of the United States. You love the country that it's made possible, right? Right? Well, guess what? The people I'm talking about don't love the Constitution of the United States. They don't love the government that it makes possible. They don't like our way of life. They don't much like us. And so what I'm asking you to do is to go forth from here, whether it's in connection with the Tea Party movement, which I think is the best thing to have come along in my memory, whether it's ensuring that people like Mike Kelly keep coming back to the Congress and changing what it does, whether it's ensuring, as he said, that the Senate of the United States comes back into the hands of people who have the same principles and values that we do, or whether we do all of that and we take back the White House and ensure that it's in friendly hands again. Frankly, we need to do all of that. We cannot afford to do less. But I'm convinced that telling this story to the American people, telling it truthfully, telling it straight, you don't need to embellish it. You just need to do it as well as you know how to do it. To tell them that this country is in peril, its constitution, its form of government, its way of life, its very liberty is on the line, and it isn't just from red ink. We need you to help us tell that story, and if we do, my friends, I think we may be able to stave off that war I see coming. But we certainly are going to put this country in a better position to deal with it if it does come. And more to the point, we're going to deserve to have the House. We're going to deserve to have the Senate. We're going to deserve to have the White House, which we won't. If we persist in, as I'm sorry to tell you, some of our conservative friends are saying, that this national security thing no longer applies. I was so pleased that Larry, when he came up, bared his chest and had there emblazoned a picture of the man I had the privilege of serving. And all I'm really asking you to do is take us back to the days when a man from this community, a man who showed that you could be a Republican in Hollywood, took the skills that made him what? The great communicator. And brought to Washington what? An ability to articulate the necessity, the absolute necessity of peace through strength. We need it now. We need your help. Will you help? Will you help now? God bless you. Thank you.
You know, they always say never follow a better act.